This is my volleyball.
I'm sorry, baby. I love you.
This video is gonna be cursed. Just letting you know now. See, I'm filming this after the massacre took place, so I've already seen these catastrophes. If you wish to spare yourself, completely understand. Haikyuu mashups. That's what we're doing today. Mashup, if you're unfamiliar, is when you take two things, smush them together, and get varying results. You can do it with music, sometimes food. In this case, it'll be anime boys. My favorite, anime boys. JK, I love you all too. As you can probably imagine, taking two characters and making them have an unholy love child can lead to some haunting imagery. But that's half the fun, isn't it? So I am taking to the Wheel of Wonder. It's gonna tell me which two Haikyuu characters we are putting together. Now, unlike other mashups where the two characters are drastically different styles or even species, I'm gonna have to go off the small differences between each Haikyuu character. The style of the show kind of leans into the fact that some of the characters end up looking quite similar, but of course they do all have their distinguishing visual characteristics, which is what I will be going off of. Things like hairstyle, color, eye shape, and overall build. You know, when I think of mashing up these two characters, I can only really think of this meme. You've got Suga, who's just the purest soul. He loves to make people smile. He is the mom of the group, and he's just so light and bright. Then you have Kageyama, who in his own right is a lovable being, but just not always the brightest ray of sunshine.
Nice.
Now these two do have one main similarity, and that is that they are both setters on the same team. I actually think they're the only pair in this video who are from the same team, which I was grateful for, because it meant I did not have to get creative with the uniform colors, because as you will see later on, some of these colors just do not look good together. So for the hair, I felt Kageyama had the most distinguishing style, but Suga the more prominent color. And because I leaned more into Kageyama's style with the hair and his eye shape, I decided to make his vibe a little bit more soft, like Suga. And just look at this little baby. On a cursed scale, I give it a 2 out of 5. Honestly, it's passable. Weirdly enough, my favorite outcome. Maybe it's because they have a similar vibe, you know? They're both like grumpy gooses. Though I feel like Suki's sternness, if you will, stems from his annoyance of his fellow team members, mainly Hinata and Kageyama. He also has low-key shit disturber energy. Where I feel like Ushijima just has a one-track mind, you know? He's focused, he loves volleyball, and the thought of Oikawa not going to Shiratorizawa keeps him up at night.
You should get the orange soda, it's amazing. Okay.
What would you ladies like to drink?
Orange soda, please.
I'll have the strawberry soda.
To me, what stands out about Suki is his glasses, so I knew those had to be added off the bat. I also kept his hair color to offset Ushijima's features, where I leaned a little bit more into his hairstyle and face structure. Here was the first instance of having to mash up the team colors. It doesn't look awful, mainly because I tried to tone down the magenta and orange together as much as I could, which to be fair on its own wouldn't look that bad. I think it's just when it's paired with the black, it starts to look messy. But I think overall, it is a nice balance of the two. Cursed scale, I'd give it pretty low. Let's say a 2. I liked the outcome of this one. Okay, this one was hard and probably ended up looking the sloppiest. Mainly, I think because the hair of these two characters are their most like memorable and distinguishable characteristic, visually anyway. Kenma, you got his cute little bob with the roots, and Nishinoya, you got whatever's going on here. They also have the same color palette for their hair, so I couldn't like take the style of one and the color of the other because it was the same. So instead, I just kind of did both of their hairs together. And then when it came to their face, again, their structure was quite similar. They both had a similar eye shape. Kenma's leans more into like the cat aesthetic with the small pupils, whereas Nishinoya's is more like, you know, big and doughy-eyed. So I tried to keep the pupils looking more like Nishinoya's to kind of offset the Kenma aesthetic of the whole thing. But honestly, in the end, I think it just looks like Kenma was doing some weird hair experimentation. But like, it was an honest effort. Oh yeah, and the colors were orange and red are pretty close together, so there wasn't much contrast. It just kind of looks like Kenma wearing a weirdly altered Kurusuno uniform. Cursed scale? I'll say a 3.5. Less cursed, more just ugly. Oh, I had to have known that mixing Satori with any character would be something. But that's of course why I needed to do God's work and create this abomination. Honestly, I'm not even gonna say much here about my design choices because I think they speak for themselves. Cursed score exceeds the scales. I'm sorry you had to look at this.
1, 2, 3 語れない
Numerani,
とろいね
Anata no Mitaru Shutatai. What's next?
誰もよ
Karuti,
ない
Fugashiki, Shiratati
不思
Daki.
議